I hope you enjoy it. It's my first time in a theater experience, so hope it's enjoyable for you too. Okay, thank you.
All right, looks like a lot of people showed up. I think that's everyone, in fact. I expected a few of you not to show, but I'm glad you did. If you wouldn't mind shutting the door for me, thanks. What was your name? Diana? Thanks, Diana. All right, let's get started. Welcome to group, everyone. My name is David Shapiro, but you can call me Dave. Nice and relaxed that way. We're going to start off tonight with a few quick introductions. So we're going to give us your name, your reason for being here, and one interesting fact about yourself. All right? Let's get started. Who wants to go first? All right then. How about I go first and break the ice then? Hi, I'm Dave, but you guys knew that already, right? And I'm sure you can guess why I'm here. I'm here to help facilitate the healing process. You are not alone. I'm here to help you. I want to help you. Let me help you. For that to happen, you all need to start talking to me, all right? All right. Oh, interesting fact. Let's see. I went jet skiing over the summer. That was a lot of fun. All right, let's go in a circle. To introduce yourself, young lady.
Yeah, hi, my name's Diana.
Hi, Diana. And what brings you to group today?
My family was killed about a month ago, so I guess I'm here to start coming to terms with that. And I like Yo-Yo Ma the cellos.
Well, it's awesome to have you here, Diana. Now, how about the scruffy gentleman right there?
Scruffy. Yeah, I guess I am. I haven't shaved since I found my wife savagely torn to pieces on our marriage bed. It's like I don't even care how I look anymore now that the only woman who'd ever love me is dead.
Good. It's good to get these feelings out.
Marcus.
Marcus. Hi, Marcus. We're going to touch back on the reason you're here a little later, okay? But first, we need to get everyone else introduced. So, Marcus. Forgot one interesting fact.
It would have been my wife's birthday next week. She wasn't dead.
Great. You two look like mother and daughter. Why don't you go next?
Yes, hello, I'm Samira, and this is my daughter Angela. She hasn't spoken since Keith died. Her little brother, my son. That's why we're here. She walked in on his dead body, and the doctors say it's a symptom of PTSD. Her not talking, that is, not Keith dying. We're here to work through this together. Interesting facts, right? Angela's taking ballet. She's really good for a 12-year-old. That's what her teacher says. I can't stop eating coffee cake. It was Keith's favorite.
Well, it's great to have you both here, and I think we'll be hearing Angela's voice very soon. And the young woman on my left?
Katie, I'm here because of a court order. Apparently it's illegal to beat the shit out of the guy who murdered your grandmother. America, right? Anyway, I did a tour in Iraq.
We're all so thankful for your service, Katie. Thanks for sharing. Now, before we get on with things, everyone enjoying the refreshments? I see you've all started on lemonade at least. I'd like to say it's my own recipe, but it's Minute Maid. Feel free to have some brownies as well. My wife made them for you all.
They're delicious. I haven't really had anything home cooked since Mom. They're delicious.
Well, I'll be sure to tell her you said so. Now, Marcus, care to tell us a little more about your wife?
There isn't anything left to tell you.
Come now, Marcus, that's not true. This is a safe space. Everyone here is going through a similar battle.
No, we're fucking not.
What makes you say that, Katie?
Marcus found his wife dismembered. The boy was strangled. Diana's family was burned alive, and oh yeah, my grandmother bled out after hours of being tortured. It makes a difference how they died and how they were found.
Would have been nicer if I found my wife all in one piece.
Quit saying you found her. We've all read the papers. Your mistress found her before panicking and calling you instead of the police.
She wasn't my mistress.
That's not what the papers said.
I didn't find my family in the house. I had to identify them in the morgue. But they were all burnt and twisted, and I couldn't tell if it was my mom or my dad on the table. And I couldn't say goodbye when I didn't know.
Parents aren't supposed to outlive their children. I don't know if I'll ever be able to say goodbye.
I didn't know which piece of my wife to say goodbye to first.
Can you rate it in for 5 fucking minutes, Marcus?
I don't even want to be here, Katie. I'll cope how I want to.
I don't want to be here either, and you don't see me bitching all the time.
Well, I suppose you don't have to since it was your grandma instead of your spouse. How old was she? 70? 80? I bet she was on her way out anyway.
Don't you fucking dare talk about my grandmother like that. That woman was 10 times the human being you will ever be.
Now, everyone, this isn't a competition.
None of your family members will ever compare to my wife!
What about 4 of them? You didn't lose your entire family in one go.
Keith did. He's in heaven all alone without his mother.
Yeah, heaven.
Can you shut the fuck up, Marcus?
Listen, what we all need to be focusing on is that the same man did this to all of you. You've all been victimized.
No. My grandmother was his victim. I beat the shit out of him, so that would make him my victim, right?
Only because you got there first. If I got my hands on him...
That man hasn't been charged with anything yet. For all we know, the real killer is still out there waiting for his next opportunity to strike.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. This group is making me feel tons better. Rein it in, Dave! More traumatized than others.
Sorry, Samira. What if my words brought up in you?
I'm just so scared he's gonna come for Angela too. He's already taken my little boy. I can't handle him taking my little girl as well.
What makes you think he's gonna come back for Angela, Samira?
The police said that she might have seen something the night Keith died. I was at the store. I wasn't there when he came for my kids, but he let Angela live.
So she's seen his face? She knows who did this?
We know who did it. Rambo
Hey!
beat the shit out of him.
Angela didn't go with you to the store? Is that why you won't speak? Because you're afraid.
No need to be afraid, kid. I took care of him.
It's okay, sweetie. You have a right to be afraid. It's okay to be afraid. Everyone should be afraid.
It's the police. I'm coming in. Is this the support group for the victims' families of the Corny killer?
We're in the middle of group right now, officer, and we don't use that name here.
You'd use it too if you saw the first note he left at the crime scene. B-rate horror films have better dialogue than that.
It's disrespectful,
Yeah. To the killer?
and to the victims.
Okay. Well, I was looking for Katie Rodriguez.
Really? I get a checkup? I'm already getting the stupid paper signed. I didn't need the police to come and make sure I was doing my time.
Actually, I'm here to tell you that Mr. Janos won't be pressing charges now that he's been cleared.
He's been what?
Yeah, had a pretty strong alibi. He was in the hospital at the time of your grandmother's death, so he couldn't be the Corny killer.
Stop using that ridiculous name.
Figures it was the wrong guy.
What's that supposed to mean?
You don't look like the type of person to think things through.
He was covered in blood. I'd like to
So
see you
he's
tell.
still out there?
We'll be patrolling your neighborhood and the neighborhoods of the other victims for the next couple of weeks, just in case. There's no need to worry.
He should be worried. He comes to my neighborhood again, I'll fucking kill him.
You should call the police if you see anything suspicious.
Officer, are we in danger? Should we leave?
No, I wouldn't go that far yet. It's only a hunch at this point that the killer would return to the scene of his crimes. There's no need to panic.
If you're sure.
I am, ma'am. Sorry for interrupting your meeting. Oh, and Marcus?
What?
Chief says you've got psych evals on Monday, 10 a.m.
Jesus, fine. But have him wait on giving me my gun back. You wouldn't want to waste police resources trying to kill this guy.
Hey, don't say that kind of stuff where people can hear you. Look, get some sleep, man. You look exhausted.
My, this is distressing news, isn't it? Why don't we go ahead and take a quick break? Have some refreshments. I see Marcus has started on the fresh pitcher of lemonade, but there's enough for everyone. I made sure of it. I just want everyone to take a deep breath. Take it in. Alright. The police arrested the wrong man. Okay. Everyone makes mistakes. It's not their fault that the killer is smarter than them.
Not surprising. After being in the army, I can tell you one thing. The government is incompetent. It's up to civilians and soldiers to get any justice in the world.
That's an interesting point of view, Katie, especially how you agreed that the killer is smarter than the police.
Of course he is. He's killed over 10 people in under a month.
That's a good point. Would anyone else care to share how they feel?
I'm just numb. I feel like I can't even move.
Yeah, like a huge weight is just pressing down on me.
That's completely natural. Marcus? Marcus? Oh dear, Marcus seems to be having some trouble coping as well.
He looks shell-shocked.
Processing. He's processing. We've all been through so much. I'm not surprised. It's hard to accept, isn't it, that one man, one solitary man can destroy so many people's lives. Who could do such a thing? It's just not fair. Hello? Hello? Oh dear. Everyone seems to be having so much trouble. But none of you are to blame. You're all so sad. So sad and inferior. You die in so many different ways. So many things can kill you. You knew that, right? You knew that we're all gonna die one day. You just didn't know that day would be today. Except for you. That was the beginning, haven't you, sweetheart? Seen my face before, isn't that right? Now tell me, where were you hiding? That's one more time, little girl. Do I see this knife? This knife's gonna go away. It's gonna go away to mommy. Where were you?
Under the bed.
Really? Done in by a classic. I didn't think to look under there. You're so tiny, so little. Wrap one hand around your pretty little neck. But it's good to use your words, isn't that right? Such a good little girl.
Mommy!
Shh, it's fine. Just a little special spice and lemonade. Don't you worry. She's awake. So are Diana and Marcus and Katie. They just can't move or talk or run or scream. But you didn't have any lemonade, did you, dear? It's a good thing you didn't. Otherwise there'd be no one to help these poor innocent people. Do you want to help your mommy? It's very important, little girl. If you don't do a good enough job, I'm going to kill everyone with this knife. But maybe, just maybe, if you do a good enough job, the nice policeman will come back and stop me. Just like that, Okay then, if you really want to stop me, I'm going to need you to open your mouth real wide and scream.
What do you think the kid was?